Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of Armored Core 4 Answer. If you are on this episode, then you have followed the League path and chosen ending A. So really, A, B, and C, which are all the League paths, they all end up the same place. The only real difference is the route you get there. So you've chosen route number A. Route number A. Route A. There we go. Or route number 1. So, without any further ado, let's wrap this up, okay? So, because you've chosen path A, we are going to choose Defend Cradle 03. The client is the League, and they're paying 600,000 credits.
Here's the mission. Cradle 03 has become a target of the ORCA Brigade. This cradle is home to millions of innocent civilians. Destroying it would be genocide, pure and simple. We will give you special clearance to enter Cradle airspace. Once there, you will protect 03. You will be further compensated if you can keep damage to 03 to a minimum. We hope you will join us in the fight for justice.
Alright. Defend Cradle and defeat enemies. Should be fun.
Commence mission. Protect Cradle 03. Millions of lives are at stake. You cannot fail. Enemy detected. They're closing in. Enemy nexts and multiple combat drones.
Cradle system is well designed. All of the targets are in a nice, neat row.
It's a little hard to keep track of them in a big open skybox. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Over here somewhere.
damage at 70%.
Come on, where are you? Where are you? There you are, there you are.
It's always too soon when your time is up. Live and die by the barrel of a gun.
Confirmed. Enemy next destroyed. Confirmed. All targets destroyed. Mission complete. Well done. You were their savior today.
Oh, that was a little tight. Had to try a couple of times to do that one, but managed to do it without any of the cradles falling. Rank C, not happy with it, but I'll take it. Oh, apparently I got some new stuff, so I haven't done that mission before. Alright, so now we only have one path forward, and that is to defeat the main ORCA forces. The client is the League, and they're paying 700,000 credits.
Here's the mission. Destroy the ORCA forces occupying Big Box. Big Box is a fortified city that years ago served as GA America's main center of power. However, it was abandoned when the cradles were built. ORCA saw their opportunity and illegally seized the facility. ORCA is now operating the Big Box defense system, and it has been restored to its peak operating capacity. This was once known as an impregnable fortress. Exercise extreme caution. We have also requested the help of the Rank 3 Next Rider Palash. Cooperate with her when carrying out the operation. You are the only ones who can complete this mission. It's up to you to stop this violent organization.
Well, we're going up against ORCA. I imagine there'll be more nexts, so I'm sticking with my anti-next configuration. Let's go.
Commence mission. Eliminate the ORCA Brigade.
This is Wynne D, Fanchon, and Rider Palash here. Let's take down the enemy next. No point in messing around.
This is Mulsel of the ORCA Brigade. Welcome to Big Box. Let's give them a warm, warm welcome.
Combat damage at 40%. Confirmed. Enemy next destroyed.
A fool's a fool, even when he's dead. This is my time. No matter, I'm of no use anymore. For mankind's golden age.
Confirmed. Enemy next destroyed. Mission complete.
Looks like mission accomplished. That's one massive gravestone. They shouldn't have any complaints.
Yeah, it's a big facility. Rank B, I'll take it.
The fighting concentrated on the world's largest Arteria facility, the Cranium, with both the League and ORCA seeking to wrest control from each other. But in the final moments of the fierce battle, the League's attitude shifted dramatically. Seemingly overnight, they began to disengage from the conflict. It was a secret pact. The League agreed to turn a blind eye to ORCA. In return, ORCA would protect the corporation's leaders and keep their dark secrets. It turned out that the ORCA leadership were as calculating as their corporate rivals. Their own security came first. They also knew well that the aftermath of the widespread destruction would spur the reins of economic growth. Now, nothing could stop ORCA. Nothing, except for Wynne D. Fanchon and her allies. They broke off from Collard and began operating independently.
I'm only going to say this once. Stay out of ORCA's way, leave them be. This comes from the very top decision makers of both the League and Collard.
Is there a reason for this?
Reason? Since when did Collard need to explain itself to you?
I guess being stonewalled is better than being lied to. I suppose they're going to pretend this is all to protect the civilians, right?
What do you care anyway? You're just another merc, like all the rest. Do you care about your pride, Wynne?
Of course I do. Otherwise, aren't we just in the business of killing?
So Wynne D. Fanchon has split off from Collard because of a sense of doing what's right and opposing corruption. So the next mission, the final mission in the game, is to defend Arteria Cranium. If I recall correctly, and based on the imagery we saw of it in the cutscene there, it is an area with a relatively low ceiling. So my Kojima missiles, which fire upwards and arc towards their enemy, are not going to be of much use here. So instead, I am going to change to my standard design. Because it brings most of its firepower straight forward. The final mission, defend Arteria Cranium, 300,000 credits. Client is Wynne D. Fanchon.
This is Wynne D. Fanchon. I need your assistance. I want you to join me on a mission. We need to deal with the ORCA forces who are planning to attack the Arteria Cranium. Without the cranium, the Cradles will lose their wings. Many of the people who spent their lives breathing clean air wouldn't survive on the polluted surface. The League is aware of this, and is secretly complicit in ORCA's plan. This request comes from me personally. It won't be much, but we can pay you for your services. And that's all. I'm not gonna waste time with fancy speeches. Give me your answer soon.
Let's get started.
The Cranium's core is just up ahead. I am in your debt. Thank you.
I didn't realize you would sacrifice so much. We could use more soldiers like you.
You two. I guess you aren't content to rot with the rest of them.
Combat damage at 40%. Combat damage at 70%.
Is this really my fate? To lose everything?
Enemy next destroyed. One more to go.
Prepare your soul. These cowardly ideals. They will cause the downfall of humanity.
Humanity? I don't see humanity anywhere else, Darva.
And mankind would be safe to dream, floating among the clouds. Is that your answer? So be it.
Maltzel fell at Big Box, and Maximilian Thermidor at Cranium. In an instant, the backbone of ORCA was broken. The League rewarded their Link saviors with glowing eulogies. They hunted down the remnants of ORCA, and once again secured the dignity of their rule. We have at long last restored peace to our world, they proclaimed. The cradles continued to float serenely above the planet. Within them, people soon forgot the terrible danger that had threatened their existence.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that game. If this is the first time you've reached the ending, I do encourage you to go back and look at the other branching paths. like I said at the very beginning, I've structured this in a way so that you will not see the same mission in any two paths, except for the very end of these league paths, which really all three of these paths ended the same place, so you just saw the different journey. But before that, before the split between paths A, B, and C, nothing you saw is the same as in from one path to the next. So the things that you see in path D and E are completely not included at all in this Collard path, Collard/League path. There are even some differences between paths A, B, and C, though aside from the first mission, because the last two missions are the same no matter which of these paths you take. The first mission of this episode is different in paths in the other league paths that you might take, as well as some of the cutscenes are slightly different. So definitely recommend going back and looking at the other paths if you haven't watched them already. But I hope you enjoyed. This is a little bit of experiment for me, this kind of choose-your-own-adventure, mission-based style game, which I feel has a pretty strong narrative to go along with it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me next time. See you then.